All right, everyone. Hello. My name is Shelly Zigley, and I'm the creator of this channel, True Sky Astrology. I want to welcome you here to this video today, to this space and to this place and to whatever is going to come out of my mouth today. So before I get into the video, I want to welcome all the new subscribers. Thank you, and I'm so excited to have you here. And I also want to thank the returning subscribers. Without you, this channel is nothing. So thank you so much for being here. And thank you for going on this journey with me as I shift from a Western tropical astrology perspective of the world into a true sidereal perspective of the world. So if you're here watching this video today, it's likely that you too have become curious about true sidereal astrology, or maybe you just found yourself here because you're researching astrology and this video popped up. Who the heck knows? But before I get into it, just to give a little rundown, true sidereal astrology is based off the real-time positions of the planets in the sky in relation to our birth charts and in relation to how we navigate the energies of our world. So for example, the new moon, based on the true sidereal astrology system, is going to be very different than the Western tropical new moon. So, you know, there's lots to say about that, but I don't really want to dig into it in this video today. What I want to talk about today is, as we're navigating our chart and our birth chart from a new lens, which many of you know if you've been watching my videos, I post a new one every day, that I have completely rewired my understanding of myself and the energies that I'm working with. Prior to knowing my true sidereal chart, I was following and really basing a lot of my decisions and even how I viewed myself in relation to the world based off my Western tropical chart, which is a lot of air energy, a lot of Gemini, a lot of Libra. There was, just such a stark difference between what that chart says and where my planets actually were when I was born. So it's been a wild ride. And I think today in this video, I just want to talk about the simple thing of integrating new energies and a new awareness. So I bring to the table years of spiritual teaching and spiritual study. I had an awakening in 2010 where not only did I sense the spiritual world, but I could see with my physical eyes into the spiritual world. So this led a very internal process of studying spirituality into a more external process, because it became very obvious to me that part of my role and purpose here on planet Earth is to share what I have been learning and what I see. Now, there was a series of events that led to me accepting that this was part of my role. It wasn't like I just had this awakening and I'm like, oh, this is what I'm going to do. I'm here to support humanity and I'm going to share and I'm going to teach. No, there were many hammer moments, and I call hammer moments the moments where spirit, God, source, creator, hits you over the head with something so loud and so big that you can't possibly ignore it. So I am one of those people that need sometimes to have the hammer moment to really clue into something and accept it. And when I say I'm one of those people, we're all one of those people. You're probably one of those. That's just kind of how we work, right? So along my journey, I've had many of those moments, and I feel like this true sidereal astrology moment, waking up to, holy crap, I've been buying into a system that isn't even based on where the planets actually were when I was born, really, is one of those things that, yeah, I have to speak about this and I have to go into this and share with people who may be in the same position that I am in, deciding, am I ready and willing or wanting to have a massive paradigm shift, right? So perhaps you're here and you're in that massive paradigm shift. Perhaps you're here and you're just interested and curious. And perhaps you're here, I don't even know why you're here, right? There could be many reasons. But I want to welcome you all the same and remind you that wherever you are on your journey, is absolutely perfect and absolutely correct for you, right? Just as where I am on my journey is absolutely perfect and absolutely correct for me. There's no way really that we can mess up this journey. So even I look, since 2020 is when I really dive deep into Western tropical astrology. I don't feel like I made a mistake in diving into that philosophy and even sharing with clients and, people around me, their charts based on this system. I don't feel regret for that. What I do feel is gratitude that I was shown something different and that I have the voice and I have the confidence and ability to share my new findings. And also I have the background of knowing quite well what I'm talking about, right? Western tropical astrology, I studied for a long time. I didn't formally train in it, like I've said in my other videos, because I inherently knew something was wrong, but I didn't know what it was, right? So wherever you are in your spiritual journey is absolutely perfect for you. And I want you to really sink into that and sit on that. And not even just where you are in your spiritual journey. Your physical reality and your physical whatever's happening around you is also perfect. There really is no separation when it comes to our spirituality. And I think that that's one thing that humanity has backwards, is we often feel it's something external. It's something that we go to church or to the mosque or to the temple or to the altar, whatever that is, to practice our spirituality. But actually, spirituality is how we live every day, right? What we do, every action we do is part of our spirituality. So it's all interconnected. And wherever you are in your journey is absolutely perfect for you. Now, it's not always going to feel perfect. And I think that's something maybe that I'll talk about today, because I know, and I'm sure you know too, right? There's times when we're growing and we're learning and we're expanding where we feel really uncertain. We feel really chaotic, right? Yesterday was one of those days for me where I'm like, who am I? I'm beginning to understand myself not as this air being, right? And now into this earth being. There was parts of my energy and my frequency that my brain was interpreting like I'm a fraud, right? It feels almost like you're a fraud if you're, understanding energies in a certain way and even working with energies in a certain way, and then you're revising them and shifting them. It doesn't feel right. And, even yesterday, it didn't feel authentic. But this is the point that I want to share today. Is, I guess we're going here, right? Is what I felt yesterday, today, I don't feel at all. So that fogginess and that insecurity and that unsure, feeling, I went to bed. I set my intentions that, while I go to sleep, that first of all, I'm protected. Second of all, that whatever my subconscious needs to work through, that it works through in sleep time. And I woke up today with a completely different perspective, right? So I really trust in that. And I encourage you to trust in that too, that you're going to shift from certain thought patterns and certain waves, right? I call them energetic waves. And an energetic wave can just be like, wow, I'm riding something today, right? Are you familiar with this, right? You get this, I'm sure, where you're riding a certain frequency and it's like, ooh, I don't like this. I don't feel safe on this. And especially when we're shifting something. And again, I say like shifting something as big as shifting my perspective of who and how I'm working with energies, right, is a big deal. It's a big deal, and it can feel really rocky and wavy, and it has felt really rocky and wavy. So I'm here today saying trust the waves, trust your journey, trust where you're being led, and give yourself time and patience. So another thing that has come up even for me in this whole journey and shift from Western tropical astrology to True Sidereal Astrology has been giving myself the time to process what it is I've taken in, right? When we're receiving something that's a complete paradigm shift, right? It's like we go into this liminal space of, whoa, what's happening? An energetic wave, right? And we're in this space, and there's sometimes where we have to say, hey, I need to just get off this wave and maybe watch a movie, maybe read a book, maybe do something that is completely not related to this. And I'm going to take this, whatever I'm in right now, and just kind of put it on the shelf. I've been teaching this for years. Actually, Richard Bartlett from Matrix Energetics taught me this in 2010, I believe. When there's something that's in your reality, in your perception, that you're not really ready to deal with, or you're not meant to deal with, it's like just taking it and putting it on the energetic shelf. Because if it's on the energetic shelf, you're not denying it. You're not saying, I don't care about this. This isn't important. You're just saying, hey, I'm going to put you right here. And when I'm ready to dig in and look and be with this, I'm going to. And we also trust in that connection between the energetic shelf that we'll know when it's time to bring it down, right? The brain and the conscious mind doesn't have to fully understand it. We just have to make an energetic agreement that when the time is right, I'm going to bring that off the shelf and I'm going to look at it and be with it. So I don't know where you're at in this journey of true sidereal astrology. Perhaps you've been here for a long time and you already know it and you were drawn to this video and you're here. And I say to you, bless you, because I am still on this journey of figuring this all out and integrating this new awareness and new perspective. I'm currently preparing full moon and new moon energetic readings based on the true sidereal perspective. So I'm excited to be sharing that with you guys on this channel, because the majority of what we're going to see around us is not based off this system. So we're really building a community here, and I know I can feel it forming, a community where we are learning and choosing this true sidereal system, and we're coming together to support one another and to hold space for one another as we choose a path that is counterintuitive, or maybe not even counterintuitive, counter-accepted. I don't even know if that's a thing. Is it a thing? Who knows, right? To the mainstream view and expression of astrology, right? So here we are just allowing and trusting that this is going to form into a beautiful community. You are so welcomed here, and you're welcomed wherever you are in your process, okay? And I would love to know, tell me in the comments, are you new to true sidereal astrology, or are you seasoned? How did you find this video? Like, let me know. I would love to read in the comments how this works for you. So yeah, that's pretty exciting. I think that what I want to say here is that even in the spiritual world and the love and light community, so you know, if you know me at all, or have known me from the past, I really pick up things and feel things that are quite counterintuitive to the collective spiritual love and light community. I've been speaking against the love and light community for a long time, and even the delusion that, you know, we're about to enter into some paradise, utopic society. In my own predictions and just feelings and knowings and who I am as a spiritual being, that our world is going to be going into a lot of chaos. We're already experiencing it, and it's not going away anytime soon. So when I found true sidereal astrology, and I found that, right, Pluto isn't going into Aquarius, it's going into Capricorn, that absolutely 100% aligned with what I've been feeling, teaching, sharing over the years. We're entering into a period of, I mean, when I say chaos, it's going to be people fighting for position, religions fighting for position and power. We're going to see regions in chaos and fighting and claiming what's theirs. We're really going to see that Capricorn energy come alive. And I've been predicting this for years. I didn't know that based on the actual alignment of the planets of the sky, that Capricorn was actually what we're entering. I didn't know that. Now that I know that, I feel a lot of peace, honestly, because, you know, whatever I've been feeling, perceiving, teaching that felt so off base or felt so incorrect is actually correct, right? So for myself, that's confirmation. This leads me into saying something else to you. If you feel and perceive and see or even know a world that is different than what you're seeing or what people are talking about around you, be okay with that. Trust in that, okay? Because otherwise we're just sheep. And unfortunately, most of the spiritual world, they're under a trance, and the biggest trance that they're under is they don't think they're under a trance. They think they're free. And that's how religion and spiritual communities have really taken over, because they promise this freedom. And the energetic morphic field around what they teach and what they share creates like a trance-like reality, right? So even when it comes to Christianity, the Jesus trance is a real thing. When you enter into a Christian community and allow Jesus into your heart and really join them, you feel the collective energy that they feel and put off, which is very kind of like trance-like, and it can feel lovey and light and like this and like, I have the answers, right? But in actuality, what's happening in the physical raw vibration and frequency of these people, often a lot of health problems, often a lot of chaos that's they can't even see because they're in a trance. And I'm not picking on Christianity. This is for all religions, all faiths, all people that think they know, that think they have, everything figured out. Even when I look at True Sidereal Astrology, it's not a religion, it's not a faith, it's not a belief, it's fact. It's where the planets actually are, right? And that's where I always say, like, this isn't debatable. There's no debate on my channel. Is True Sidereal Astrology correct or incorrect? There's no debate. It's just saying that here's where the planets actually are, and we're building a system off of where the planets actually are. There's no debate, right? And this isn't a religious philosophy or theology. This is just an understanding of ourselves based on the planetary positions, right? So again, if you're feeling things that differ from your wider community, your family, even your partnerships, your close partnerships, just trust in it. You don't have to make everybody see what you see. You don't have to align with the beliefs of everyone around you to be a part of something. And I think that's really important to know, especially when we begin to go on a quest to understand ourselves and the world around us. We often will jump ahead of the people around us, and we can really get messed up when we're like, you need to be where I am at. You need to hear me. You need to see and witness my truth and be with me. And in actuality, it doesn't have to be like that. If you fully ground in and feel into and believe and accept and embody your truth, then that's going to ripple out into the world around you, and you're not going to have to convince anyone of anything. So it really is just about trusting. And if you're on a different path and you're feeling things differently and you're looking into things and your reality is like expanding, right? Like even with this True Sidereal Astrology, I'm like blowing up. I'm like expanding. I see the whole world differently. Now my husband isn't like, his mind isn't blowing. He's not on the same wavelength with me on this, and it doesn't matter. Right? We can get so hung up because we think that they need to, like, don't you get this? Don't you need? No. It's like, I understand, and I'm sharing this with you because as I just continue to embody and integrate what is happening for me, it's going to ripple out into him naturally. I don't have to do anything. So we're not really in control as much as we think we're in control. And when we let go of that, miracles happen, things unfold, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful things come. Okay. So I think that that's going to be my video today. And again, I'm going to put the link to Athen's site. Athen is a man who beautifully has been sharing True Sidereal Astrology for quite some time, and he has a link. You can take a course from him, and you can also find out your chart based on the True Sidereal positions. I'm going to put the links in the description below. Have a look, find out your chart if you haven't yet, and again, thank you, Athen, for your work. It's really been a game changer in me understanding and working with these energies and with my true alignment a lot more. So thank you. So if you like this video, please like it, please share it, comment, subscribe if you haven't yet. Tell me, where in the world are you watching this video from? I love seeing where this community is, and I know that YouTube is a platform that reaches all over the globe. So please tell me where in the world you are and let me know what you thought of this video. Have a beautiful day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.